And a very pleasant good morning to you. It is May the 20th, Wednesday, day 65. Stay safe at home. This is Ron Crider here at Victoria at Indian River Shores. And as I say every day, I love all those likes. Thank you so much. Push the like button. Push, push, push. Thank you so much. And I am here once again with my trusty V8. Very good. All sorts of really good stuff in there. Watercress and celery and carrots. And see, I got my glass and I got a little bit of lemon in there. And also to remind you, each time I tell you this, the top of these cans, make sure that when you drink anything from a can, don't drink it directly from the can. Take it out of the can, pour it into the glass. It's very important because the top of the cans could have some virus on it. So remember that. Don't drink from the can anymore. Remember the old days, we drink a beer, take a beer, chug the beer. No, don't do that. Do not drink from the can. Shoutouts today, Lisa Scartelli. Lisa Scartelli up in Ormond Beach, staying in contact with her South Florida roots. Mary, Rick, Marco, Jay Parm. Hey, Jay, stay out of the hospital, for heaven's sakes. Bad place to go. You got sick people in there. You're going to be okay. Hopefully you're home, out of the hospital, and doing well. And thank you very much for watching. Our weather for Vero Beach today is about a 20% chance of rain. Sunshine and clouds mixed. Stray showers or thunderstorms are possible today. High around 90 degrees. The winds will be west, southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then this evening, there's about a 10% chance of rain. Clear skies, low 69 tonight. Winds south, southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's our weather for the Vero Beach area. Let's take a look at what's going on here. The Indian River County Commission Tuesday hailed the latest COVID-19 stats as evidence that local efforts to beat back the spread of the deadly virus are working. The latest update from the county health department showed 2 new cases on Tuesday for a total of 108, but the death toll remaining at 9. A total of 3,225 people have been tested here in Vero Beach, and that was of yesterday before I put up the new numbers today. It looks like our rate of infection is very low, said Commissioner Peter O'Brien. We've been averaging fewer than 1 new case a day and haven't seen any rise, Brian said. The closest thing to that was a day about a week and a half ago when we had 4 or 5. We believe that was tied to additional testing at the assisted living facility. So I think we're locally in really good shape for the present time. And he said that, and then he said, knock on wood. Added O'Brien, we should still be practicing social distancing, hand washing, and avoiding large groups. You remember what I said yesterday? I'm going to keep saying it. Nothing's changed. We haven't come up with a vaccine. We haven't come up with a treatment for this disease. We just have to make sure we don't get it. And if we do, we have to kind of ride it out. Nothing's changed since we started. So we just have to be careful that we don't get it and we don't start some big spread of it here in our county. But so far, so good. Florida Surgeon General has acknowledged that a syndrome that attacks children and is associated with COVID-19 has surfaced in Florida, adding a scary new dimension to the battle against this terrible, terrible disease here in our state. We are beginning to see cases nationally and a few cases in Florida of this inflammatory disorder that is infecting children. Both patients are receiving appropriate treatment in the pediatric intensive care unit and are showing signs of improvement. The hospital would not say when the patients were admitted or how long they had been in the hospital. There are still concerns with numerous counties regarding the accuracy of the Florida Department of Health website and the accuracy of the reporting. There is an ongoing investigation into this, and you heard about Rebecca Jones and her leaving quickly from there, whether she was fired or whether she actually resigned. We don't really know. The website had some issues. We're hoping that it's giving us reliable information, but a number of the counties had said that they don't see their numbers showing up like they should be. So there is a question going on, and I don't know if it's a political question or if it's a real question, but it certainly is an ongoing discussion, and it all has a lot to do with this Rebecca Jones leaving the Department of Health. The medical and political battles continue in D.C. over the president taking hydroxy. Well, everybody's talking about it. He should, he shouldn't. This has nothing to do with us, folks. This is what the president chose to do. He can do what he wants to do. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. But there's plenty of people battling over it using really strong language. Personally, I think it is horrible at what both sides are saying about this, but that's my own personal opinion. It is what it is, and it's ongoing. I say this because we're going to go back and look at these things a couple of years from now and wonder what was going on the 20th of May during this pandemic. And again, the scientific and political people continue to debate the speed of the method of reopening cities, states, and facilities. Everything from total lockdown to totally open. And you have these states and governors saying everything has to be open. And you have other states that say everything has to be totally locked down and you can't do anything. It's just ridiculous. Everybody's got an opinion, as they say. So, but that's what's going on right now, and that battle continues. And you turn on the news, and if they're not talking about that, they're talking about one more battle that's taking shape in Washington, and that is the next stimulus package. How much, how fast, and who gets it? That's it. I mean, that's all there is to it. There's just all these battles going on up there in D.C. as to what's going to happen and when it's going to happen and who's right and who's wrong. And everybody is really strong. They come out with all the great information, and you listen to it and you say, well, that sounds reasonable. And you listen to the next guy and says, well, that sounds reasonable too. I mean, who's really right? How do we know? Okay, here come the numbers, and I tell you these numbers are accurate to, as you can see, you're going to be around 11 o'clock today. They'll come out. I'm going to try to get these up much faster than I got them up yesterday, but I get them around 11 to 11:15, and it takes me time to edit everything and put it back together and then get it posted and so forth. I really hope I can get it up by 1 o'clock for you today. So I hope you have a really great Wednesday, midweek, and a little bit better weather day here. So here come the numbers. Back in a flash. Okay, folks, here we are, May the 20th, day 65. And these are the numbers for today at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. And let's start out with the entire state of Florida. Total people tested in the entire state of Florida, 772,669. That's an increased testing over the past 24 hours of 55,507. A lot of tests were made, 55,507. Positive tests, 47,471. That's an increase of 527 over the previous day, 527 new positive cases. Negative, 723,877. That's an increase of 54,966. Those are the good numbers. And let's shoot over here and take a look at the hospitalizations. The hospitalizations in the past 24 hours were 8681. 8681. That's an increase of 187 more people have gone into the hospital in the past 24 hours. And the deaths, 2,096 for the entire state of Florida. 2,096, an increase of 44 that went into the hospital. If we go down here and check these numbers, yesterday, 485 in the past 24 hours, 485 new cases of residents by the day. It's down a little bit from the previous day, which was 619, and the day before that was 660, and then the day before that was 1,143. So this looks to be a good thing here, folks. I'm liking what I see. Now, once again, I have to look across here. By the way, I want to mention one thing. Once again, I was called out on the fact that I was blaming Rebecca Jones, for the issues with the website. I wasn't blaming Rebecca Jones at all for the issues with the website. I was suggesting that since she was no longer overseeing it over the past couple of weeks, there have been issues on the website that apparently had something to do with the change in the people who were putting it together. That's it. I wasn't blaming Jones. I just suggested that during the transition period, there were some issues going on. Hope you understand that. I trust they're all going to be okay now. At least we hope they are, until we find out that they're not. In Indian River County, that's the county that we live in here in Vero Beach. Indian River County, the total number of people tested were 3,320. That's an increase of 95 new tests in Indian River County. 108 is the positives numbers, and there were no new positive numbers in the past 24 hours. 3,211. There were 95 new negative numbers in Indian River County, here where we live, which is Vero Beach. Hospitalizations, 26. Of the 26, there were no new hospitalizations and there were no new deaths. So we have a total of 26 hospitalizations and 9 deaths. If we truck over here, we're going to see again another 2 for the 18th. We don't have anything for the 19th right now, but we either have had 2s, 1s, or 0s all the way across the bottom here for the past 30 days here in Indian River County. Median age group here in Indian River County, 60. Males and females are just about the same. The females got it a little bit more than males, 49% versus 48%. That's Indian River County. Now we'll move down to Dade County. Here in Dade County, 146,795 people have been tested. 146,795. That's an additional 8,400 that were tested in the past 24 hours. The positive test, 16,034, an additional 92 in the past 24 hours. 130,430 were negative tests, and the increase was 7,488 of good negative tests in the past 24 hours. Let's take a look at what's going on over here for hospitalizations in Dade County. Dade County, 2,482 is the new number. The previous number was 2,426. That's an increase of 56 for the past 24 hours in the hospital, and there was an increase of 11. The previous day was 578. Now we are 589. That's an increase of 11 in Dade County. That would be, of course, Miami. And look at this, only 68 new cases. I say only, I don't mean that to be facetious here. 68 is always 68 too many, but this is a good number coming down. I like to see this. It's so much better than the 544 we had over here on May the 16th. Median age over there, 49. So Dade County is looking a little bit better. Let's go up to Broward County now. Okay, folks, here we are in Broward County. Broward County had a total number of testings of 83,836. 83,836. That was 4,702 more since the past 24 hours. Positive 6,407. 6,407. That's an increase of 38 over the past 24 hours. And the negative 77,301, an increase of 4,664. Now let's take a look at hospitalizations. And the hospitalizations were 1,348, and that's 18 over the previous day, which was 1,330. And the deaths for Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, 285. That's an increase of 3 over the previous day. And then if we take a look over here and see about the new cases 44 yesterday. The previous day was 47, and the day before that was 76, and the day before that was 81. Once again, we're looking at a trend. We're looking for a trend. We're supposed to look for 30 days of trending. Here's 30 days of trending. You don't have to be a genius to see that it is trending down. It's absolutely trending down. No question about it. So I don't want to debate that with anybody. You can just take a look at it and choose for yourself. But yes, it is trending down. Yeah, we had some bad things going on back here on April the 30th, but the rest of them are trending down quite nicely. That's Broward County. Let's move up to Palm Beach County. Okay, folks, here we are in Palm Beach County. Let's take a look at the total number of people tested, 57,174, 57,174, an increase of 3,529. Positive speaking, 4,776. Of the 4,776, included in that number are 77 over the previous day. Negative, 3,452. Increase, actually the number was 51,981, an increase of 3,452. Those are the good numbers. Those are the people that tested negative. Now, let's take a look at hospitalizations in Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County hospitalizations, 948. A big increase for hospitalizations. What popped up 52. It was 896, and now it is 52 more, brings us up to 948. And the deaths in Palm Beach County was 284. Now it's 291, and that is an increase of 7. We go over here. There was a bit of an increase yesterday of 67. Previous day was 58, but these were pretty bad days, 113 on the 17th and 107 prior to that. So things aren't looking particularly great. If you try to average all this out, it probably averaged up a bit as preferred to going down. So that's just about the way it is. I can't tell you any more than that about Palm Beach County. Sorry about that. Let's go up to Martin County. And in Martin County, the total people tested in Martin County were 4,749. Additional 1,091 tests in the past 24 hours. The positives were 419. There were 23 new positives in Martin County in the past 24 hours. 4,325 were the negatives. There were 1,068 new negatives in Martin County. Let's take a look at the hospitalizations in Martin County. 57. It was 57 for the past 4 days, so it's no increases there. And the deaths for the past 3 days was 8, so there was no increase in deaths for the past 3 days. So that's pretty good. This has popped up to 24 in Martin County, but the previous day was 45. So it does look like there's some elevation going on over here, especially compared to the past 30 days. You be the judge of this. The median age in Martin County is 56. Let's go up to St. Lucie County now. St. Lucie County is Fort Pierce. And testing in Fort Pierce, 7,300, an increase of 467 tests over the past 24 hours. 336 positives. That's a -1. Not sure what the story is on that -1 there, but they took one away from that, and that's good. We like them taking negative numbers away. And the negative, 6957, or 468 new negatives in St. Lucie County or Fort Pierce. Hospitalizations, 86. No new hospitalizations and no new deaths. 28 total deaths. Good drop down here, all the way down to 1. That's nice. That's very nice. We're glad to see that, because back on the 16th we had 8, the 17th we had 8, and on the 18th we had 4. So this is good to see this 1 in here. And this is St. Lucie County. And now from St. Lucie County, we'll go up to Brevard. We're going to skip right over Indian River County, which is where we live, and go to Brevard. Brevard is Melbourne. And Melbourne is 17,513. Increased testings, 1,609 over the past 24 hours. 372, an increase of 1 new positive. And negatives, 17,133, an increase of 1,608. Keep saying those 1,608s are just fine. We're okay with those. Now let's go over here and take a look at hospitalizations in Brevard County. No new hospitalizations, 53, and no new deaths, 11 in Brevard County. Last but not least, we will go up to Orange County. Okay, folks, here we are in Orange County. 58,101 total tests made up there, and there were 4,838 new tests in the past 24 hours. That's included in the 58,101. There were 9 new positives, so it brought the positives up to 1,708. The previous day was 1,699. The negatives, 56,336, and that brought the negatives up to 4,829 of additional negatives. Let's go and take a look at the hospitalizations for Orange County. Hospitalizations for Orange County is 294. That's 2 more hospitalizations in the past 24 hours and 38 deaths, and there were no new deaths reported in the past 24 hours. This is a low number here. It's 14 for yesterday. The previous day was 32. So all of the days across here, let's see here, there's 14 here and 14. So we had 14 on the 19th. We also had 14 on the 13th, and we had on the 11th we had 13. So doesn't appear to be trending down at the moment. We'll have to wait and see what happens with these. We just don't want any of these to translate into deaths. That's the biggest problem we have going on here. We just don't want any of that to happen. So one more time, remember, go back here to the very, very beginning. And if we go back to the beginning for the entire state of Florida, the entire state of Florida tested 772,669. In the past 24 hours, the increase was 55,507. So you understand that there was 55,000 additional tests made in the past 24 hours for the entire state of Florida, and we added 520 new positives, and there were 187 new hospitalizations and 44 new deaths. Now we're going to take a look at the very big number. This is the United States, USA. 1,531,485 U.S. cases, total cases in the United States. The total deaths, 92,066. Global cases, 4,929,000. 4,929,455 total global cases. And global deaths, 324,063. Those are the numbers for today, May 20th, Wednesday, day 65. And this is as of 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm finishing recording this about noontime, and hopefully I'll have it up at least by 1:30, I hope. Okay, everyone, before I start this thoughts for today, I want to show off my daughter is on the left. She's my first daughter. That's Lisa. I'm in the center, and my granddaughter on the right. I got to spend a little time with my daughter yesterday, and that's why I was sort of kind of playing hooky a little bit, and that's why the numbers didn't get up until about 3:30. Once again, I'm going to lay the thoughts for the day over the video here at Victoria 5680 A1A. There's Captain Marcia. Good morning, Captain Marcia. She's always on guard, standing there, opening the gate for us and making sure that we get in. Everybody's safe and sound here at Victoria. So when we get in here, you're going to see a number of flowers. These are the grounds of Victoria, and lots of flowers and beautiful orchids and so forth. I say each time, I don't know a petunia from a rose bush, so I can't really tell you what they are. But anyway, they look nice. So, thought number one. The difference between winners and ordinary people is winners follow through despite fear, while others just dream and take no action. The difference between winners and ordinary people is winners follow through despite fear, while others just dream and take no action. Good point, right? Okay, here's one more. A good deed is never lost. He who sows courtesy reaps friendship, and he who plants kindness gathers love. A good deed is never lost. He who sows courtesy reaps friendship, and he who plants kindness gathers love. Don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. You'll hear me say that every day. Look at those beautiful orchids there, aren't they? Now, I know that they're orchids. At least I think they're orchids. If they're not, please tell me. But I think this is look at this little flower up here just sticking out behind the tree, just stuck right in there. Isn't that fabulous? And some of them are like bold. This guy's really bold. He's down there in the middle of everything. Hey, look at me. Don't I look great? Once again, don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution. Do the right thing today, everybody. It is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. It's May the 20th, day 65. Stay safe at home, and I hope you have a really great Wednesday midweek. We're rolling into the end of the week, and we're rolling into Memorial Day weekend, and it's probably going to be good. We just have to remember, we haven't solved this problem yet. I keep saying it. We haven't solved anything. All we know is we're a little bit more educated than we were when it first started, but it's not going to let up if you go out and don't behave. So here comes our ocean. Look at this beautiful ocean we have here at Victoria. Fabulous surf. Stay safe, everybody. Have a great day.